Yo, what's good, world family? It's your boy Nico Williams back with another episode of What's New 99. And of course, I got my homeboy, Let Alpha Zell May in the house. How you doing today, brother?
You know how we doing. You know how we looking. We looking cute. We looking clean. And we looking sexy. And we got a lot to talk about, man. We are out here talking about white guilt and how interesting it is as us two black men to deal with and navigate through this weird white guilt thing that's going on in the world.
So, if y'all wondering where this is coming from, so Pat Robertson, the 91-year-old host of the 700 Club that I'm sure you've seen every Sunday morning at like 6 o'clock in the morning, if your grandma say, get on out that bed now. And that was on. I think 700 Club comes on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on school days. But at any rate, if you were sick, you saw that show. Pat Robertson been on the air for so long. Southern Baptist minister. I mean, he's so old. His first name is Marion. So with that being said, he decided to come on and say that critical race theory is a bunch of crock. It's a crock of bull stuff. We don't really need it. What black people need to do is start grabbing that whip away from white people and fight back. A little too much.
Basically said that what's gonna lead to is a country where black people gonna take back that whip and start whipping white people because for some reason irrational fear happens to be part of this white guilt thing happen where Tucker Carlson can go on Fox News and say, hey, Black Lives Matter is trying to take your home. I'm like, bro, I've never heard of someone ever saying that. But it's like an intrinsic karma fear that our wrongdoing in the past is gonna come back to hurt us. So we gotta keep them down because because I know what I do if I get my revenge. And I'm like, black people not like that. We just want a fair shot, but no, it's like, no, if somebody treated me like that, I come back and I make sure they suffer. I'm like, you can sit in your workplace. You can sit in the workplace though. Have you work with white people, right?
I have worked with white people. Yes,
white people. If this offends you, that means it's your shoe fit. If it doesn't, it is what it is. But they are ruthless. They don't like somebody at the workplace. They will make it their mission to ruin their life.
Yes.
They will make every day miserable. If me and Joe gets upset with somebody at work, we express it.
I ain't gonna get you fired.
We express it. We're like, hey, bro, don't ever do this again. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. We good? Okay. They will hold it in, won't say nothing. And they will make
whole time dropping notes in the HR on you, screenshotting your Facebook,
following you to work.
I mean, look, screenshot your Facebook talking about, is this against the mission of the company or what?
Harassing you, all kind of crazy stuff. And that's what it does, bro. It's like they hold it in so they project that's what they would do. So they feel like some cosmic karma is coming. And it's just not conservatives. The liberal side does it too. So they try to do some weird suck up thing where they wear Kenta Claus and sing the Black National Anthem in front to say I'm on your side, so don't hate us because I don't want karma to hurt me. And it's all just weird. Won't just treat me like I'm human.
That's it. And shout out to all the white people that were at the Atlanta Hawks game on the MLK Day trying to sing, lift every voice and sing like the best that they could. It was like nobody's lips moved at all, like as far as the words, because it was like, we never had to sing this.
Yeah. So, and it's like, I'm like, and my whole purpose of this, as you can tell, is not to attack white people. It's just an understanding on this is weird. And people don't really care for it because it's not like real either. Like nothing gets done. It's just like gestures versus anger. And I'm like, why do you hate me? I hate you because we did you wrong back in the day, and I don't want you to come back at me. What? What? Or
it was kind of weird, like the super like after George Floyd, like people will randomly message me like at work and be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." No, but are you okay? I'm like, "All right, man, I get it. Thanks for checking in on me, ally. Thanks for being an ally. I appreciate it." Jesus.
yeah, man. But
are you really okay? Yes, man.
but yeah, it's kind of weird because again, I don't want you to be like, oh, we're good and everything all right, and don't fix the social issue. But again, the social problem's not getting fixed.
So like, let me ask how you are, but I ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Yeah, so it's like I don't want to be seen or portrayed as this bad person. So I will overtly project this image of I'm with you, but nothing ever gets done. Nothing ever happens. The hood's still the hood. Half of y'all won't even go to the hood. The news still show every black person on the news that commit a crime, but like white people, like they make up this weird excuse that, oh, we don't want to give them the satisfaction of being seen because that's what they want. I'm like, so it basically looked like if you look at the news in every state, even California, I went there, that it looked like all the black people commit all the crime. it does. It's like this weird, like, bro, I'm looking at the news like, oh, look at these black people committing crime. And then they show the white dude committing crime and they like had this little black image with no picture. And I'm like, why?
or after they kill their whole family, they be like, they show a picture of them riding, like having a great time, like like riding roller coasters and stuff. Like, look at them. They were such a happy family, but like he brutally murdered them all.
And then then they show like when they finally show him, they show like kid pictures. When he looked innocent.
Oh, prom, and
yeah, and
yeah.
Poor Trayvon Martin, the one that got shot, and they up here showing pictures of him in a do-rag and a hoodie. CNN, I remember. But
yeah, we did not forget that.
Yeah, you just sit there showing a hoodie and then, but oh, we on our side. And then y'all seeing Van Lathan not Van Lathan. Shout out to Van Lathan though. What's his name?
Yeah, really dope CNN.
Bald-headed dude, Van Jones. Yeah, Van Jones. He go out there and randomly cries every time something happens.
And my God. On CNN?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does do that.
They just bring him in to cry and everything is weird. I'm like, why? And why is Tucker Carlson showing, as I stated in the podcast yesterday, if you didn't see it, why is Tucker Carlson saying stock market goes up every time a prominent black person dies? I'm like, why did you show that? What is going on?
Can I ask you this? Who was responsible for the George Floyd statue? Was that white guilt, or did they hire like a black artist? I see that, like, not so he had on pants and a wife beater, which is what we call like A shirts. If you go to Walmart, whatever, we call them wife beaters, whatever. That tank top. He's sitting on a bench with his arms like. That's fine. That's fine. So George Floyd is like sitting on this bench, and now you have an opportunity to go take pictures with George Floyd sitting on this bench, and he'll have his arm around you. And what was that? Was that white guilt, or did a black artist do it? No, it was white guilt. We need to make this.
While Nancy
this right.
While Nancy Pelosi thanking him for his sacrifice when the man didn't try to die.
He didn't ask to die that day. He's like, hey, if I die, it's gonna be for a good reason, y'all. No, he was like chilling.
Sacrifice, Nancy, is called putting my life on the line for a cause, giving my life away. He was just chilling, coming from the store, hanging out, and some dude decided, shout out to him for getting 22 years. Hopefully he get more with the federal crime. I had a shout to 22 years. We finally got some people are like, oh, well, he should have got more. I'm like, bruh, hey man, I'm trying to take every W we can at this point, because they could have went the other way for 70 years. They went completely the other way. Okay, he got probation. He good. What?
Yeah, he could have got 10, like all type of stuff. Been on 7, like yeah.
Hopefully the federal government, however the feds get him more. But yeah,
they're gonna hammer him. But go ahead.
He didn't even try. So it's not a sacrifice, Nancy. Thank you for helping us win this election. No, that's not the cause. Because you haven't done nothing for us either. Okay. I'm attacking. Everybody like, oh, he attacking everybody. Everybody catch it on here. This wasn't 99, baby.
Yeah.
We keeping it 99. That's the other show, but hey, it's got to be honest. But yeah, this weird kente cloth. Black people gonna take everything from you, so you should be afraid of them. This weird Trumpism religion thing they got going on, because he's the only one gonna protect us from the ethnic people from taking over our majority with the Hispanics, because we got to send them back. All of it's the same similar. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is.
It's crazy.
And it's all weird.
I mean, it's just, we in a weird climate. Like, where, man, after another thing that happened after George Floyd, I'm chilling at Applebee's with the guys. We get a note. Hey, man, enjoy y'all dinner. It's paid for. Okay. That's weird. And like I'm walking into places after George Floyd, and like random people are just doing like this to me, and I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like it was George Floyd did change a lot, and we can't let what happened, like his impact based off of, obviously, again, that wasn't something that he went out that day to do, but
he did become a martyr,
like kind of weird for everybody. He became a martyr.
He did become a martyr. It wasn't a sacrifice, but he did become a martyr.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I appreciate the people that are like, maybe I'm getting promotions and stuff nowadays because of white guilt. Maybe it's, I appreciate it. Maybe I'm here for it. So there's some things, but at the same time, it's like, man, can y'all just be real? Just be kind to me because I'm a kind person. Can y'all just acknowledge me? Yeah. Acknowledge me because I'm talented. Like, that's it. That's all I'm asking. Like, acknowledge me because I'm talented. Because what y'all used to hold against me before this guilt is y'all used to hold, who does he think he is? He's smart black man. They used to hold that against me. Now it's like they overlooking the fact that I'm smart and just kind of giving me stuff. So I don't know.
It's a tough line because
it is,
because we did build this country and as a people, and the history is we made a lot of white people rich.
Yeah,
and as I stated in my what white privilege video is, some of it not even racism, it's just culture. And your culture kind of is systematic racism in a way, even though it might not be pure racism, but hey, I need people around me I'm comfortable with. Okay, I've only been around white people. Okay, so I mostly involve white people around me in my business. I invite a black person I'm comfortable with that acts a certain way. You know what I mean? I'll invite him with me, and that's how the culture been. But all of a sudden, a regular black person doesn't have that same opportunity, which ultimately turns into a systematic racism thing because most people in power are what? Unico?
They are white.
Yes.
And what he's speaking to you guys about, he's talking about critical race theory.
Yes.
That's what this is. You don't even mean to be like that. It just kind of is what it is. It gets passed down to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if I think about, I want people I'm comfortable with, and if I think about that, and I sit there and I'm like, okay, that's gonna hurt every other culture that's not my culture. So I have to my goal should be to at least get comfortable around African Americans, being able to communicate and talk and speak and being able to understand. Another thing you see is with dreads. You see dread. Oh, we don't like that. That's not what art, but that's black culture. Right. But everybody you got to cut them because we don't appreciate that here. Because it's not our culture. It's not what we do. That's a form of systematic racism. Even if it's just your culture, you take somebody else's culture and say, America, my America, is also. That's a form of systematic race. Even if it's just say that's the way I do things, you're basically telling somebody that, hey, I don't like that. So get rid of
it. Basically, it kind of reminds me of when this guy, Phil Jackson, said that rap music is poisoning the minds of NBA point guards.
Phil Jackson,
I know we just walked He said that recently. Yeah, I'm glad there's a dress code because rap music is destroying basketball. But anyway, yeah, man, that's I mean, in a nutshell, that is That thank y'all white folks that's trying.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And
though.
both
really
forms are a form of white guilt, by the way. We went over both.
Yeah.
Though. One
Yeah.
being thinking someone is karma is gonna get you, so you have to fight against it because you're scared of losing what you have is guilt.
Right.
And let me explain to you in a simpler term, because some of you might still not understand. Okay, if I did something to Joe's family, right? I hurt somebody in his family.
I become Batman.
Yes, I do something to his family, and I got two things I could do. I could go and apologize, try to take responsibility, apologize, and keep trying to make up for it to Joe. Even though I technically can't make up for what I did, because they say I hurt somebody in his family badly and they can't come back. All of a sudden, I can't bring that back. So I'm basically doing nothing, but I'm trying in a way to not have have revenge on me, or just to make myself feel better for the wrong I did. Or we could go the other way, where like the hood way, where I did Joe bad, he coming for me, I'm ready.
Yeah.
So you coming for me, I'm coming back for you. And that's
either way it goes, it's self-preservation.
Yeah, and that's what white guilt is. It's still guilt. If you somehow think that's karma gonna come and get you, and black people gonna take your house, that is white guilt. If you think I can wear a kente cloth and sing hymns and that will make my life better, that is white guilt also. And neither really does anything to make up for what you did, but what you can do is allow people to speak the truth, because some reason Florida decided critical race theory was dangerous and it should not be taught in school, even though it's technically not even taught in school.
It's just telling what happened in history. That's literally all
not
it
even
is.
The idea. The 1816, I think 1816, 1819 ain't even taught in school. It's only like select schools in like New York or liberal place that teaches it. It's not even like taught everywhere. So they just retroactively in white guilt, like, oh, we got to prevent this from coming here. So they said you have to teach that America was a new country. You can't say nothing else. So I'm part Native American. You can't tell they murdered 14.5 million Native Americans to make this country and take their land because it was filled with people. Or like we had, what's that governor from Arkansas? What's his name? Was it Arkansas? Santorum, whatever his name is. That be on CNN. I can't remember his name. They all start with an S and look the same. But he was saying, oh, America had nothing here. Yeah, they had no culture before we came here. But, they had the Native Americans, but we don't really have their culture anymore. Unless you took them all away.
Slaughter them?
Yeah, you
slaughtered them.
You can do this on your own. You don't need school for this, but you can just look up Trail of Tears. That is one of the most heinous acts ever, and it's not even considered to be as much as it should. Black people won't let slavery go, so y'all gonna have to eat to live with that. Nope. You did that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we not letting that go at all.
But it's something that happened. I would say, in a way, you can say that might be, they committed mass, bro, they killed millions of Native Americans. It was a genocide. There are barely any Native Americans alive, Joe.
Not like y'all said, hey, here's a small village, and y'all can have that.
But
and
what you gotta
somewhere
do,
that we not gonna go to, but y'all can.
Oklahoma and Mississippi, you can have. It's right there. The problem with all you across the country, you have to walk to it, miles, and we're gonna give y'all coats with chicken pox to see how it affects you. So you have to walk. It's called the Trail of Tears for a reason. I just gave you a critical race theory that's not even in the critical race theory. They're gonna show you Pocahontas though. But again, that's their white guilt, man. I tell you that it all goes together, bro. It's white guilt. Oh, we gotta preserve ourselves by not telling them the truth. About how we ain't gonna. By the way, people don't even talk about how they sterilized Asian people when they first came over here. Oh, we don't mention that. And we justified
or even Planned Parenthood botching abortions on purpose.
Yeah, that
or not botching abortions, but aborting children while people were going to go, get prenatal medicine and stuff like that. Y'all was giving them poison instead. So let's not forget about that. Oh, good old eugenics. I just so happen that just so happens to be one of my best areas. But we ain't gonna go there today. But I know this much. Woo! It's a lot. And again, I appreciate all the people that are like, hey, how can I actually help? I'm sorry, I'm waiting. How do I actually help? And then there's people with the self-preservation thing. I think that's the nail on the head. Self-preservation.
You got the CIA jumping into black feminism. You can look that up yourself. That could be something else.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the hate black man theory is going crazy. And it's leading a lot of both ways, because now sudden black men are proud, and we go into you don't like us. You. By the way, I want to say this, even though this is not about that. Stop telling your kids. I don't care what you. It's not even black or white. Stop telling your kid you hate men. It leads to horrible situations and conclusions.
Thank you.
And they will resent you, or they will resent themselves, and you will have a man who, if you're a black woman, date a white woman, and obviously you didn't want that because he don't resent black women, because his whole life black women say they hate him because he gonna identify. If he identifies as a man, he gonna identify as a black man. Therefore, you hate me. Therefore, I'm either worthless. Therefore, I might well go on the street and just shoot everybody, because I tell people with them in classes too, quit telling kids they're bad. Soon as you tell me I'm bad enough, I'm going to be bad. Now you can correct them. Like, hey, stop doing this stupid shit. But telling them I'm bad, soon as you keep telling me I'm bad, I'm like, I'm bad. By the way, the reason I'm saying it is you got to go talk to some kids in Chicago. You'll understand what I'm talking about. When they give up their life talking about we ain't gonna live to 21, it's very sad.
Yeah.
Like you go, Joe near Illinois, you talk to some of them young kids in there.
Yeah.
You know how they think, and that's the sad thing about the whole thing. They really
they on a timer.
Yeah, they on it. Hey, bro, I ain't living to 21. I'm like, one of them told me he was 12. I ain't living to 16. I'm like, we ain't even getting to 20. I know y'all hear that in rap songs a lot. I'm blessed to live to 21. To be a statistic, a lot of them don't live to 21. So that's the sad.
25 makes you an OG.
Yes. So that's a lot.
Think about 25 and how young you were at 25, man.
By the way, you
didn't have it all together.
By the way, we telling you that because that's the situation. Unfortunately, a lot of African Americans live in it.
Yo.
I'm happy to, like I told you if you go back to my videos a year ago, I told you in a lot of ways I am privileged, I am blessed. My daddy was a sharecropper. He learned techniques from that white man when he wasn't paying attention. He knew how to build houses. My grandpa did too. And they learned how to do their own thing. They started their own business. They did their own thing. My uncle worked his way up. My sister worked her way through the military. My brother was an academic prodigy. So in a lot of ways, I am blessed that most people aren't. And I even understand my privilege as a person who actually family owns property, and you can actually own the land you own and be like, hey, when I get old, you can have that. Because a lot of us don't have that. And land, you can even sell land if you ain't got nothing and make a whole lot of money.
Right.
So I'm blessed in that way, and we got a lot of it. So we blessed in that way too. So
I best believe I know I'm blessed, boy. Lord, it could have went a lot of different ways, boy, but
so I do have to always shout out my father, my grandfather, my uncle, my mama, and everybody for me, my sister and because they grinded. So my nephew and I wasn't rich when I was little, but he ain't got a care in the world. I can tell you that I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't rich, but I was still had privilege that a lot of other kids did.
Facts.
So I understand that, and we said that too in this White Get episode to explain to you the scenario that people live in and why that guilt in the end doesn't matter because they live in those situations. Because if you hate me, ain't much y'all can do about it with me. I got a lot of opportunity. I can go do something right now and just make a ridiculous amount of money. And shout out to all the opportunities I have and the skills that I have and the education I got. And Joe is blessed too. He got a lot of opportunity in the situation he got. And if y'all hate him, much you can't do about it because
It ain't nothing you can do.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people in that situation, they in horrible situations. So I just want that understanding to get there, and how that doesn't really help. But people gonna want solutions. So before we get off, Joe, what kind of solutions can you think? Actual helpful solutions.
You gotta be empathetic, but at the same time, like be genuine in what you're trying to do. Are you really trying to help so that life is a little bit better for people that in a sense look like me? I'm not trying to have people be freedom warriors and go do like what's that boy name from back made all them made all them laws. I'm looking at it right. Bernie Sanders. You ain't got to do like Bernie Sanders and go get on the bus for nobody. But just knowing that you're gonna try that you are trying to help your best, and when you see something that's messed up, you do something about it, and you check your people when they start going on them tangents talking about folk. So just be genuine if you really want to help, man. And that's what I got. That's my solution. Be genuine, and everything else will come along to you.
One of mine is actually give African American economic freedom. Because in one way is stop gentrifying every neighborhood. When we go to the worst possible neighborhood, like, oh, this neighborhood's coming up. Let's get into it. It's nice. They actually kept this one pretty decent. Let's go up here and make it something special, and then raise the rent $500 more where they can't pay for it. Therefore, then those people that's doing okay have to move to the hood because they can't pay for it, and they have to go in those bad areas that don't have the same job opportunities and so on. So that's one way you can do it. Stop gentrification. These little weird laws y'all got to vote because y'all don't have ideas. This is a Republican thing, and these little laws you got to keep power because nobody likes your ideas because you don't have any. All you have is values, and all it is rich people getting richer and you getting paid more because all of you are somehow getting a lot of money. And everybody else is getting poorer because minimum wage never goes up. And then people don't want to work. And I can tell you, and then you're like, oh, people are lazy. No, people actually getting money on their own. I know people that started selling shirts, people that start selling jewelry, people doing their own thing, people doing Twitch. They use their stimulus money to put in crypto, and they made a ridiculous amount of money off crypto while it was hot. They made a ridiculous money off stock when it was hot. They did this, they did that. They started their own thing. They did their own thing. And therefore they be like, yo, I don't need to work for you. If I can make $400 a week doing Twitch or YouTube or through little calls or selling merch, why would I have to work for you for $40 a week for $10 out for $7 an hour? I don't have to.
Right.
Because let's be honest, a lot of states have already cut it out and people still not going back to work. So you're going to have to raise pay sooner or later, even if people just realize, yo, we didn't have you for a while. People like, oh, we gave them $1,200. They don't want to go to work for $1,200. Bro, $1,200 only lasts a month. It took y'all 12 months. It took y'all 8 months to do that. It's not helping people. It's a misconception. Again, that's people who don't know, don't realize what's going on because you're really not out here when watching people actually make their own money. And young kids ain't going to decide they ain't going to work. They rather do Twitch and YouTube. Older people like, I can start my own business. I can sell stuff from my house. I had to learn how to use Zoom anyway. Older people didn't know how to use Zoom. So now they had to learn to. So now like, oh, yeah. I know 5 people that started like making their own art and stuff and selling it and people buy it. So people doing their own thing now. So it's not just people are lazy. People figuring out how to be financially responsible in other ways.
Right.
But yeah, so again, all these narratives and stuff is weird. Stop being stereotypical. People like, what you for defund the police? I don't know what you need to do for the police. If you ever like you think again, this is being culturally different. In the hood, the police don't treat you well. I know in your neighborhood, they are the most friendly people. They wave at you every morning. They like, hey, you need something? I can go get you a coffee this morning. You want it?
I mean, they'll give you rides. Police in certain neighborhoods, they give you rides to places. They'll give you a bottle of water, all type of stuff. Man, I met nice police.
Yeah, when my and they all seem to be in nice neighborhoods. My sister wealthy enough to be living in the suburbs all the time. So guess what? They are really polite in the suburb. In the hood, they send them the sketchy police, the one that got anger problems. Didn't quite make as high on the test as the other one. Oh, this person has a high aptitude. Let's put him in a nice area. Oh, this dude has a lower aptitude. We need more police, so we gotta accept him. Let's put him in the hood where it don't matter.
And drive past that group of black men and scowl at them.
Yeah, so it's
go give them the look.
Yeah, so again, maybe that can fix it. Maybe actually make high aptitude policing. Instead of having somebody that don't know what they're doing, dealing with a lot of situations they don't know what they're dealing with. But maybe
they're telling you within 6 months you're supposed to be a professional at the law. What?
It ain't even a real 6 months either. Half of it just you only like get trained for like what 2 weeks. For real. The rest is like paperwork.
Yeah, I expect for you to know how traffic stops work in every like people don't understand how complicated traffic stops really are and everything that goes in between them and all the stuff that you can do to defend yourself as well as the cop that is. I mean, they're literally allowed to lie to you and they teach them that. They say, hey, be deceptive.
There's certain law. If they don't have a warrant, they can't just go in your car. Hey, open your trunk. You got a warrant to go in my trunk?
And well, if you're not that worried about if you don't have anything in here, then you let me search. Know y'all rights more than anything. I didn't mean to make this about police stuff, and know your rights. And then that's gonna help us. That's gonna help us with critical race theory because some part in history, black people started knowing their rights. But yeah, man, I hope that this can stop being us against them all the time. And hopefully we can all look at each other as human beings because at the end of the day, that's my solution.
It is, man. Be human. Love each other. Man, and actually come up with real laws instead of just sitting there like, we gonna do it. We got something coming. It's gonna be big.
Shout out to the Asian culture that just skipped everybody in line and just get all these laws for them now. Shout out to them, man.
By the way, man, stop beating up Asian people because China did something. It's what? They're not even from there. Half of them not even Chinese. You can't even tell the difference in Asians.
Yeah.
It's like you're just like, oh, he got these looks of an Asian person. I'm finna you created the coronavirus that kept me in a year. I'm like, no, he's Taiwanese, man. He's not even from the same country. It's not even right. He's from Singapore.
This dude's never been sick in his life.
You know what I'm saying? It's all that crap. It's a way to manipulate and separate and do whatever weird stuff the world do because it's easier. If you distracted with each other, I can make a lot of money off y'all.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, while I'm getting richer, y'all hate each other. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all that. I ain't saying they got part of it, but they do get richer. While we fighting and minimum wage stay the same as wages get higher and freaking plywood costs $100 now. That's a personal plate with me and buying stuff for the house when you're trying to build something. Like what? One piece of plywood that thing was $40 last year. I thought it would be like 3 pieces for $120. One costs $100. Can't afford it. Gotta put out my thing. Y'all know how I feel. Some of y'all know how I feel. Y'all carpet. Y'all. My daddy carpenter. He know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this was important. This is a very important episode. I want to express why it's white guilt. Also explain a little bit about other shows y'all might not have watched when I was going over white privilege and all what it really is. Go look at that. I might put it at the end, but I explained it and people really couldn't. They're like, you got a lot of points, but I don't know if that's a real privilege thing. I'm like, it is privilege. It's not saying that your life is great. You are so privileged and rich. You might be poor, but at the same time, you get advantages. If you had the same education to me and that person is more comfortable with you, you will 100% get a job before I would. That's still a privilege. Now, if I'm way more educated than you and you don't have an education, of course, or you don't have a skill set or work experience, they're not going to pick you because they still need a function. So the job can't have just someone who don't know what they're doing. So it's not saying that you can still be dirt poor, but same opportunity. you have a better chance. That's all it is. And I don't need no pity party. I just want, if you see me and him together, if I'm better, pick me. Or I'll make you regret and start my own company and own every one of y'all.
That's enough revenge for today. Hey man.
Oh, did I confirm what they say? Oh my bad.
So again, man, we got to touch on these. We seem to do this at least once a week now. One like heavy topic kind of episode. But man, I think we in a space where we can start thinking about this kind of stuff and trying to make the necessary changes, because people are in a sense open for it. So you know what? We just kept it 99, and we just kept it new today, because maybe it's a new day. So with that being said, you got anything else to take them out, Zell, mate?
You know what we do. We keep stomping. Why? Because who knows? Martin Luther King had a dream. He was on the mountaintop. He said he saw little black boys and little white girls and white boys all sitting in the classroom together. It's happening now. Let's have another dream, and then something amazing can happen.
Peace.